This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Magandang tanghali po sa inyo lahat. Welcome to our show, Usapang Kalusugan. I'm your host, Ray Orosa. Pag-uusapan natin ang mga bagay na mahalaga para sa ating kalusugan. Kasama ko dito ngayong umaga po, or ngayong tanghali, ang aking co-host na si Brother Vic Chua. Not much traffic today, Brother Vic. So, he was really on time. At saka ang ating panauhin po sa tanghaling ito, wala na pong iba, kundi si Doc Alfonso Lagaya. Welcome to the show, Doc Al. The medical acupuncturist or the doctor that practices medical acupuncture, although I don't know how else you would call it, except does medical acupuncture redefine the meaning of acupuncture?
Well, acupuncture is done naman kahit na hindi doktor eh. Pero we have a small group of doctors now who are practicing acupuncture.
Okay, so who have learned it, but it does not necessarily mean that they learn anything medical about it.
It's medical.
No, but all it means is they learn how to do acupuncture.
Well, you also, before you do acupuncture, you have to study the art and science. Kaya it becomes more scientific na rin pag alam mo yung procedures, hindi lang tusok ng tusok.
Yung procedure, of course, but the others who do not have a medical degree and have learned acupuncture and have using acupuncture, like for example in China, ginagamit yun, and so many people who practice acupuncture have not gone to medical school, or at least in the Western sense.
Meron two groups. One of them are who graduated from a Oriental medical school. The other one, yung mga groups na para bang grandfathering. Community, pwede yun. So, meron din ganyan. Yung magagaling kasi, parang China kasi parang martial arts. No? Meron silang mga technique na family-owned. So, yung healing technique na yan is also family-owned. Hindi pwedeng outside of the clan, pwedeng matuto niyan. Dapat kasama ka sa clan na yon. So, the same thing goes for the healing techniques. May mga sectors yan. But during the time when China was developing, kinasri nila lahat ng mga magagaling sa acupuncture at tinanong nila...
Kino-define nila.
Oo, tapos inalam nila, ikaw, Master 1, Master 2, Master 3. Alin dyan ang gamot nyo para sa sakit ng ulo? So, isang master nagsabi ito namang Master 2, ito. Ang ginawa ng editor, pinagsama-sama lahat yan. Kaya may libro na ngayon ng China regarding how to do acupuncture with it. Plus the fact, meron mga art and science din yan, which is quite different from Western paradigm. Kaya Oriental medicine.
Well, I remember the time when even the medical profession had such a phobia or fear of acupuncture, they wouldn't accept it. Until some of them were brought to the States at napakita nila na, oy, pwede palang operahan si Brother Vic sa acupuncture, wala siyang nararamdaman.
I think it was the group of, I don't know sinong presidente yon from the US who went to China. Tapos isa sa mga entourage niya, isa sa mga reporter, nagkaroon ng appendicitis. So, right there and then, with all the camera crew, pinakita how ina-acupuncture siya, nagising, walang anesthesia. From then on, kinilala ng West. And of course,
it still took a couple of years before they did that.
So what happened was the endorsement from the Western country of an Oriental practice made it acceptable now. Kaya here in the Philippines, ang mga doktor, kapag nakarinig ng acupuncture, it's quite well accepted na because of the introduction of the science na pwede mong i-integrate. So I primarily...
In other words, it's susceptible to being learned.
Of course. It's
even if it may not be in the medical books, you can learn how to do acupuncture as a doctor.
Parang sinabi mong pasma. Ang pasma, hindi alam yan ng Western doctor. Right. Pero if you go into the science of it, you ask a physics professor, alam niya what is pasma, init at lamig. And that's the concept of Oriental medicine. Ang yin and yang is a balance of init at lamig. So sa katawan natin, meron yan. Dapat balanse ka. Hindi ka pwedeng sobrang init, lalagnatin ka. Hindi ka rin sobrang lamig kasi ikaw naman magiging frigid. Literally.
No, the only reason what I was saying was, I don't know. You call yourself a medical acupuncturist, and I accept that because you do have a medical background. But when you put the word medical acupuncturist, you are distinguishing yourself from any other practitioner of acupuncture.
Merong competency standards. And
In acupuncture, not necessarily in medicine.
well, ganito yan.
Di ba?
The
Mali ba
government,
ako doon?
tama, in a way, tama. Kasi ang Department of Health nagkaroon ng institution, which is my former office, the Philippine Institute for Traditional and Alternative
PITAC.
Healthcare, yung PITAC. They were able to come out with the standards of evaluating a practitioner. Nahati sa dalawa, isa non-doctor, isang medical. So, kami yung grupo na sinabing Certified Medical Acupuncturist. Yung sa kabila naman, Certified Acupuncturist. Pareho din naman kami na pinag-aralan regarding yin and yang, regarding 5 elements theory. Pero the mere fact that we are doctors kasama na rin yung Western. Ano ba yung mga epidemiology, ano bang cause ng sakit, pinagsama namin dalawa na yan. Kung ano makakatulong sa community, ano makakatulong sa pasyente, both of us are willing to be of service to them.
Okay, but I think the big issue here is that acupuncture can alleviate many conditions which existing allopathic medicine has no procedure for.
Tama kayo dyan. Mayroon tinatawag natin parang subset, ano po. So this is Western medicine, this is Oriental medicine. Pag minerge yung sa gitna na yan, yung hindi kaya ng Western medicine, kayang gawin ng Oriental.
Pwede.
At yung hindi naman kaya ng Oriental, kayang gawin ng Western.
Okay. Is it possible to say that acupuncture usually is much more involved with balancing and pain alleviation?
Balancing is good for the tinatawag natin homeostasis. Isabihin balanse ng katawan. Halimbawa, pag ikaw
yin and yang.
pag kulang ka sa insulin, magkaka-diabetes ka. Pag tinusukan mo a certain point of the body, mariregulate para dumaming insulin mo, hindi ka magkakaroon ng diabetes. Yun ang isang konsepto niyan.
Okay, this is a personal interest. In your practice of acupuncture, can you increase, would you know how to increase the production of insulin?
Yes. May points tayo dyan. In fact, I can tell the audience ngayon kung saan ang pipisilin nila. Actually, meron kami...
Pipisilin lang?
Pinipisilin lang for the audience. Kasi, siyempre, hindi ko kayo pwedeng turuan tumusok ngayon ng karayong.
Mag-attend sila ng seminar mo muna.
Mag-attend muna sila o mag-enroll sila o mag-register sila sa Department of Health. So, ang pinipress ko po dyan sa may paa. Yung nga po medyo mahirap i-demonstrate dito, i-describe ko na lang po sa inyo. Hope you can follow it. Imagine that this is my foot. Okay, so ito po yung paa ko. Ayan po, nakapatong na ganyan. Tapos po meron tayong bokong-bokong. So, I'm referring to the paa, hindi kamay, sa mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon.
Yung sa ankle.
Sa ankles, kasi hindi ko may taas yung paa ko ngayon eh. So, kapag may location, 4 finger breaths ninyo, ibig sabihin, yung pasyente hindi yung naggumagawa. So, if you come out with 4 finger breaths above yung bokong-bokong, yung inner bokong-bokong, sa English tawag namin medial malleolus, 4 finger breaths, yung gitna nun, masasalat ninyo merong 2 buto, tibia, fibula. Yung gitna nun, yun ay may malambot, dun yung pipisilin. And if you do it regularly, it will come out with a internal regulations for all hormones. Whether it's insulin, whether it's prostate, whether it's thyroid, whether it is adrenal.
It does not distinguish.
It does not distinguish. Kasi ang Oriental medicine, hindi spare parts medicine. We were taught in medical school, spare parts. Pag masakit sa puso, cardiologist. Pag masakit sa almoranas, go to a surgeon. Ang Oriental medicine, baka naman yung sakit mo sa puso nakaka-apekto din sa almoranas mo.
Well, maybe what you can say that another way by saying that one ailment is usually connected to a dozen other things.
Kaya tama pala si Jose Rizal. Sabi niya, sakit ng kalingkingan, damdamin ng buong katawan. Kaya pag tinusukan natin yung kalingkingan mo, baka gumaling ibang parte ng katawan mo na dinadaing mo.
In other words, maraming iba pang kalagdagang benepisyo. But we are departing from what we wanted to talk about. Alam po ninyo, ang issue na parati ngayon lumalaganap dito sa atin is sa media anyway, is vaccination dahil sa findings ng isang pharmaceutical na a later study of the evidence suggested na posibleng magkaroon ng maraming epekto after the vaccination na babalik at babalik and you are under risk for the rest of your life. Okay. So what we want to tackle is not to point fingers. That's not our job here. Our job here is to take a look and examine some issues that have to do in general with vaccination. Ngayon, una-una, kailangan ipaliwanag natin sa taong bayan, Doc, ano ba talaga ang ibig sabihin ng vaccination? Ano ba yung ginagawa in vaccination na sinasabi nilang nakakatulong sa tao?
Kung titingnan nyo, maganda ang kwento niyan. May history yan eh.
Oo.
Vaccination came from the word vaca. Ibig sabihin cow.
Galing sa baka.
Galing sa baka. Ganito yan. Noong unang panahon, meron tayong smallpox. And that was a devastating injury, talagang sickness. Pag kumapit ka,
Grabe
maraming
pag
namamatay.
nagka-smallpox
Okay.
ka.
Napansin nila, merong sector, group of population na hindi nagkakaroon ng smallpox. And they identified it as the mga cow maids. Yung mga milkmaid, parang gano'n, no? Cow maid. So, kung meron tayong cowboy, merong mga cowgirl. Ito yung mga nagbagatas, nag-aalaga ng mga baka.
Hindi sila nagkakaroon ng smallpox?
Walang
o
smallpox.
nagkakaroon?
Walang smallpox. So, pinag-aralan ng mga experts, and the history book will tell you kung sino yun, pinag-aralan nila na habang daw exposed sila dun sa baka na meron tinatawag na cowpox, na pinsan ng smallpox. Human kasi smallpox. Cowpox, meron din silang ganyang version. Na-expose siya, nalalanghap nila.
Malaki sila sa atin, kanya cowpox ang tawag sa
Tama
atin,
yun.
smallpox.
Small lang. Big pox pala yun. So nangyari, so when they were inhaling yung bacteria, yung virus na sa paligid nila.
Merong, alam mo, actually, hindi naintindihan ng tao yun. Merong fumes, hindi mo lang nakikita at nalanghap mo habang ginagatasan mo yung baka.
Virus kasi yan eh. So virus comes in respiratory droplets, kaya mga air droplets yan, nasa ganyan. Pag palagi ka exposed doon, nalalanghap mo yung virus noon. So what happened, pag ikaw kasi, pag na-expose ka sa virus, nagde-develop ang katawan mo ng resistance against it. Since pangbaka yan, hindi ka masyado nagkakasakit. Kung meron man, sinat lang. Pero yung smallpox, pag tinamaan ka, doon talaga makakasakit ka at kinamamatay. Anong nangyari dito sa survey, pinag-aralan nila ano yung mayroon virus dito sa cow na pag isasalin daw nila dito sa mga tao, hindi nakakapitan din katulad ng mga cowgirls, mga cow maids. So, doon nagsimula na ang vaccination coming from the Latin word of vaca.
Kasi alam mo kung titingnan mo, yung paglanghap naman nila ng virus na yun, dahan-dahan, hindi biglaan. In other words,
Long term.
It's over a long term where the body is able to adjust to that virus little by creating more and more antibodies. Kanya hindi lumalaganap yung sakit na yun sa katawan mo. At parang nagkakaroon ka over time, nakaka-build ka ng immunity.
Tama yun.
Kanya lang may problema ngayon. Sapagkat ang paggagatas ngayon ng baka, automatic. Hindi na tao.
Wala na.
Wala nang cowgirl ngayon na magiging immune. Kailangan niya ngayon magpag-vaksina kung ayaw niya ng smallpox.
Wala na rin naman nanliligaw na cowboy ngayon sa kanila.
Ay, kaya nga. Wala tayong magagawa na doon.
Pero sinabi mo yung exposure, so long-term exposure. Kaya ang mga Pilipino, exposed tayo sa mikrobyong Pinoy, yung virus sa Pinoy. Pag ikaw ay traveler, delikado yan. Kasi yung katabi mo na foreigner, maring may mikrobyo na hindi mo pakilala.
Or, ang pwedeng mangyari dyan, pag yung foreigner naman na nagpupunta dito, biglang exposure, madadali siya. Because ang body niya hindi nagde-develop ng antibodies. Tapos bigla ang masasabak.
Yun.
Lalo na sa ating mga kabundukan, sa ating mga jungle, sa ating mga forest, na maraming virus dyan na naglalak, either dala ng ibon, ng hayop, at saka ng iba pang mga insekto.
Yan yung tinatawag na natural immunity. Ang mga Pilipino, exposed sa ganyan.
Kasi bata pa,
meron na, exposed na sila. Pinapalakas na yan. Ngayon, parang yung sinabi ko na pag gumabiyahe kayo, may I suggest, kaya mapapansin palagi ako naka-scarf for a lot of reasons. One of them is to protect my dehydration. Kaya naka-scarf po ako. Hindi po ito fashion. Ito may reason po dyan. Pero may advantage. Pag sumakay ako ng jeep at mausok, cover ako. So hindi na ako exposed sa pollution. But more important, pag bumabiyahe ako, let's say, may katabi akong foreigner na biglang merong inubo, na foreign, ako, baka may virus to rin, hindi ko pa kilala, tatakpan ko na. Kaya mapapansin niyo po sa ibang bansa, katulad sa Japan, kapag may konting sipon, cover agad sila. Di sa Pilipinas, hindi pa natin ginagawa yan, kundi pakeme na nilalagyan ng panyo.
Meron na ako nakikita na minsan naglalakad, nakalagay na yung...
Nung nauso yung SARS, nakamask na ngayon ang mga Pilipino pag nagta-travel. At kung yung medyo maporma ka, gamitin mo lang yung parang sinusot na motorsiklo. Pag mga kababaihan, pwede kayo mag-scarf para mas social ang dating.
Alright. Okay, pinatitigil ako sandali. Meron daw ilang paalala. We will be right back.